Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me. So I wanted to bring you another video and talk a little bit about the things that Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine may be seeing. So let me put the disclaimer on here. Of course, take what resonates and leave the rest. This is a timeless reading. Could have already happened, could be happening now, it could happen in the future. This can also be used as a manifestation reading, so all you need to do is claim this information for your own and for your life. And if you'd like to work with me, feel free to reach out to me. My information is in the description below. Astrology readings, twin flame work, things like that. Feel free to reach out to me. I know sometimes I'll say divine feminine and I mean divine masculine. Sometimes I'll say divine masculine and I mean divine feminine. So just use the information, use those terms as they make sense in your situation. I get my information from God, from the Holy Spirit. I don't use any cards or anything like that. If there's anything I left out, I will try to sprinkle it in during this reading. So let me get into the reading. So divine masculine, divine feminine, what you might be seeing is you feel like there's nothing new. And in the Bible it says, there's nothing new under the sun. And what I was noticing, was I was saying, I want to do this certain thing for marketing and getting the word out. And I was thinking, I should do this thing. I should see how it would be this time because it's been a while since I tried it, some years, so I'm thinking about doing it again. And it kind of floated to the back of my mind. And then I talked with someone, and the same thing that I had in mind to do again is the thing that they suggested that I do. And it was just interesting. And for me, last night, I was thinking about this. I was thinking there's nothing new. Um, use what works. Use what works. That's what we should do. Um, the people that are most successful, I mean, they take the information, they make it their own and tweak it and things like that, and to make it seem more original. But overall, I think they really largely end up doing like repeating things because those are the things that work. So in your experience, this might be what it is that you're thinking, okay, I should just totally switch it up and try something new and different. And don't get me wrong, we can all be creative and innovative and things like that, but really the things that work often are a repeat from the past. So don't be afraid to take things that you know have worked, tweak them, and just try to do something a little bit different. But if they work, they work. Um, when you just deviate from things that work, just so you could say you tried something different, that doesn't make sense. So divine masculine and divine feminine, just remember to do the things that work. Even if you feel like sometimes you're doing the same old things, maybe you get bored with things, but if they work, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. I know I feel like I'm repeating myself, but and this is of course funny, isn't it, that I'm saying sometimes you will be repeating things, but keep in mind, you're trying to do what works, not trying to just do something completely new all the time if what works is the thing that you've done before. So if a system works, now there may be parts of it that are malfunctioning, parts that may not work the best for you. So you figure out what does work, what doesn't work, um, and tweak the parts of the system that don't work. Keep the parts that do work, and together you can have a winning system. But when you just start messing stuff up just for the purpose of tearing things down or burning them down, it doesn't make sense. I know the system that we operate in is like that. There are booms and busts, and people create these artificial issues. I don't know if they just need a problem to fight or resist or what it is, but just keep in mind that takes your time, attention, and energy away from doing stuff that you could do to actually help yourself. And maybe the difference between you and other people, if they got it to work or they had success, is that maybe they just kept going, doing what works. Maybe it was a formula, maybe it was a system, but it worked and they just kept doing it. So keep in mind again, do what works, keep doing it, and you'll see, you can probably get great results from something like that. But don't just stop just because you're saying, well, you're bored. Okay. Someone said, maybe it was 50 Cent, and or maybe it was one of the 50 laws of power, that in order to succeed, you're gonna have to embrace stuff that is boring. So just keep that in mind. Okay. So I think that's it for this video. I'm going to bring another video soon. But again, divine masculine, divine feminine. Just look out for situations where you're getting bored, maybe because you feel like, okay, I'm doing the same stuff over and over again and I'm getting bored. Instead, focus on doing what works over and over and over again. And when you get bored, guess what? Do it over and over and over again. You get tired of winning, well, still keep winning. Don't stop if you can stomach it. Being sarcastic, but anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. You thought it was interesting. I want to bring some more videos soon. As always, happy lightning fast manifesting, and I'm gonna talk to y'all soon. All right, love y'all. Bye for now.